Good evening, it's meteorologist Michael Fecka. Welcome back to the 9 p.m. all-weather, all-streaming show that we do here every night during the workdays and on weekends. We stream it out to all of our streaming platforms, including Facebook Live and on YouTube. So if you are joining us from either of those places, please feel free to leave us a question or a comment down below. Hopefully I'll be able to go through everything as I go through the forecast, but if not, I'll go through all your questions and comments at the very end, see if I can answer anything individually for you. But let's get started here with a look at our headlines. What are we tracking out for the next several days? And well, through the rest of the night, it's just going to stay pretty cold and cloudy out there. It was pretty breezy earlier this afternoon as well. We had gusts reaching 30, even 40 miles per hour at some points, and that also made those wind chill values drop all the way down into the mid to upper 20s. So it was just another bitter Wednesday out there. Tomorrow, not going to be much better. I think we'll have temperatures warming back up into the mid to upper 30s, but we are tracking out the chance for some snow showers, maybe even a few rain showers mixed in as well once we get into Thursday evening and into the overnight hours. And then we've got another cold front moving through this weekend. That's going to deliver us a very bitter cold blast of air, especially by the time we get into Sunday. But I'll break down all those details here for you in a moment. But let's take a look at what is going on currently across the U.S. We've got this low pressure system that's kind of wrapped itself up right and along eastern New York, right over Lake Erie there in Lake Ontario. That is going to continue to spread in some snow showers to portions of New England. This cold front actually moved overhead of the tri-state earlier this morning, so many of us maybe woke up to some rain showers pouncing on the windows, but luckily that cleared out through the afternoon, and we've been dry here since, and we'll stay pretty quiet here through the rest of the night tonight with just mostly cloudy skies, and those clouds will help keep temperatures or not help keep them, but help prevent them from getting much colder overnight tonight. We'll see temps dropping down mostly into the upper 20s by early tomorrow morning, but we'll hold on to that cloud cover and will be cloudy through the day tomorrow. Temperatures only warm right back up into the mid to upper 30s, and then again some of those snow showers with some rain showers possible mixing in later on in the evening, generally after 6 p.m. and it'll become a little bit more widespread as we get into the overnight hours. But I do want to show you just the general timing of everything. Here's a look at tomorrow morning waking up. Cloud cover out there. Could be a few flurries, but I'm thinking most of the day on Thursday is going to be pretty quiet. It's not until after 6 o'clock that we start to see some of those snow showers drop in from northwest to southeast. Now, this model doesn't do a very good job at showing where we have that potential for some mixing with rain. I think right along the southern edge here, especially south of the Ohio River, we're probably going to mix with a little bit of rain there, and it's not going to be all snow. What it's showing here, I think the best chances for everything staying all snow is going to be to the northeast of Evansville, primarily through areas like Pike, Du Bois, and Perry County. That's where a lot of the models are showing up with the highest amounts of accumulation. Right now, our in-house model, the graph model, which is the one I just showed you, going with the highest amounts so far is generally seeing up to an inch for the northeastern quadrant, or at least the northeastern half of the tri-state, whereas southeast of Evansville, you pretty much get zilch out of the system. And through all of these model runs, anywhere that's southeast of Evansville, or excuse me, southwest of Evansville, you're going to be getting nothing. If you're going to be northeast of Evansville, that's where you have the best chance of maybe some accumulating snowfall. But you can see there's a pretty wide spread of possibilities here. Again, most of it staying on the lighter side. I don't think many of us see more than an inch, and I think if that is a possibility, the greatest possibility there would be in that far northeastern corner of Du Bois County, where they do show consistently maybe up to 1 to 2 inches in those parts of the tri-state. But the rest of us varying between 0 to a coating at this point. So we're going for light amounts of snowfall here, a coating to an inch for those folks here in that lighter blue color. I think most of us probably end up with a coating here in the Evansville metro area. The best chance of seeing an inch or more is going to be farther off to the northeast, up towards Pike, Du Bois, and northern Perry County. But as of right now, now, we don't have any winter weather advisories in effect for this system. It's a pretty low impact system, a quick mover. We call them clippers for a reason, because they oftentimes don't have a lot of moisture with them and they move in and out of here really quickly. So it's going to be between 6 p.m. and 5 a.m. Friday morning. So that's kind of the time frame for where those snow showers would move in. And with temperatures being pretty marginal, hovering right around freezing for tomorrow night, I'm not expecting there to be much of an issue on the roadways, maybe some minor slick spots waking up early Friday morning. So just use some extra caution, but it shouldn't be overall too bad out there. I think many of us will probably get through it unscathed. And then our next chance for some snow showers will arrive along the leading edge of that Arctic front. So we'll have another clipper system that's going to be dropping in from the northwest. Very similar to the one we're expecting tomorrow. Light amounts of snowfall, possible some snow showers as that colder air crashes in from the northwest for Saturday afternoon and into Saturday evening. And then we'll have high pressure build in through the second half of the weekend and into the start of the work week, and that's going to keep things pretty dry for us. But looking at potential snowfall amounts for the weekend, again, pretty light, coating to an inch possible for areas mainly north of the Ohio River. So pretty similar to what we're expecting tomorrow. So another low impact event there. But the greater story with the weekend is going to be that drop in temperatures. We're going to go from the lower 40s on Friday all the way down to maybe just the teens in many locations by the time we get into Sunday. And what's even more impressive than that is those overnight lows dropping all the way down into the single digits. And you combine some gusty winds with that, and it's going to feel a lot colder than those actual air temperatures. So here's a look at what we could feel like Saturday night into Sunday morning. That looks like it's going to be the coldest time period here through the tri-state. And it's going to be feeling like the single digits, possibly even below zero in a few locations, waking up early Sunday morning, and then maybe only feeling like the single digits above zero throughout the day on a Sunday due to those wind speeds. So very, very bitter as you head out the door, especially through the second half of the weekend. So if you have any outdoor plans, I highly recommend you layer up and you put as much clothing between you and the cold air as possible. But let me go ahead and check out some of your comments. Suzanne, the wind almost knocked me down today. I'm so sorry, Suzanne. It got pretty gusty, especially to our north today. We had some gusts closer to 40 miles per hour, even above 40 miles per hour. So definitely a pretty breezy day out there. Good evening, Paula. Good evening to you, Cheyenne. Zach is asking, does anything cry severe thunderstorms next week or Christmas week for Evansville? As of right now, no, we're not too concerned with anything like that. We're definitely looking at more of a wintry outlook here for the next week or two with these colder temperatures and some of those snow showers. When will we get any substantial amounts of snow? Any guesses? Well, unfortunately, I can't really pick out a time frame for you, but obviously we've still got a lot of winter left. And fun fact, it's not even officially winter yet, it's still fall. So we've got plenty of time here to get some big snowstorms in here. I know we've just been getting a lot of these nuisance snowfalls, I would like to call them, where you just get a coating to an inch. But, you know, can't rule out, a bigger storm down the line here within the next 3 months. I know most people look forward to those bigger ones, not necessarily these small ones, because we still kind of all have to work through it. It's not necessarily enough to cancel anything. But unfortunately, I don't have a really good answer for you. I would just say it's definitely possible, as we have plenty more winter to get through. Hillary says hello. Hello to you too. And then Paula is asking, looks like a good day to eat chili and watch football on Sunday. I think you're right. It's going to be sunny, breezy, and just downright cold out there. So if you don't really have to hang out outside, I don't really see a reason to. Just hang out inside, eat some chili like Paula said, and enjoy some football. But now on a different note, we're talking about headed into the holiday season. We're talking about winter, and many of us think white Christmas. We want to have that quintessential Christmas look out there as we enter the holiday season. So we wanted to take a look at some history, or at least the Christmas snow history across the tri-state over the last several decades. So looking at here, all the trees that you see here on our graphic, the ones that are just green, not covered with any snow, that indicates where we had no snow for Christmas. Now, the trees where you see those snowflakes, that is where we didn't have any snow on the ground, but we had new snowfall falling on that day. And where you see those Christmas trees with a little bit of snow on them, that's where we had 1 to 3 inches of snowfall. And where you see the Christmas trees with a lot of snow on them, that's where we had over 3 inches of snow on the ground. And taking a look at this statistically, most of the time, 80% of the time, over the last 70 years, we have had no snow on the ground or falling for Christmas. So that is our climatic normal there. So I'm going to continue to assume that that's probably what we're going to end up with this time around. But taking a look at some of the other statistics, coming up on a close second, not really, is 7 out of the 70 years of the tri-state, or 70 years of Christmases, we've had 1 to 3 inches of snow already on the ground. And then 4 out of the 70 past Christmases, we've had no snow on the ground, but we did receive new snowfall that day. And then only 4% of the time did we have over 3 inches of snow on the ground. So those are just some fun little facts for you there about our statistics headed into Christmas and whether or not we're likely to see a white Christmas or not. I'm definitely erring on the side of a green Christmas because that is just what is more normal for this time of year. So hopefully, that doesn't make any of you too sad. I know a lot of us want white Christmas, but hey, just because it's more statistically probable that we don't have any snow doesn't mean we won't have a surprise this year. So we'll have to continue to keep an eye out for that. But as of right now, it's still definitely way too early to give a good white Christmas forecast for you. But that is all I've got here. So looking at your 7-day, just to kind of wrap it up in a little bit of a bow for you, we're looking at a quiet night ahead of us here, cool temperatures down into the upper 20s. Tomorrow will be a fairly quiet day during the daytime hours. It'll just be cloudy and cool, temperatures warming up into the mid to upper 30s, but we are tracking out some light snow showers moving in Thursday evening, generally after 6 p.m. And then it looks like a lot of that snow mainly stays north and east of Evansville, with hardly any snow falling southwest of the Evansville area. It looks like maybe northeast of Evansville you could pick up to an inch or 2 in some spots, mainly in Du Bois, Perry, or Pike County, but the rest of us end up with just a coating, likely on grassy surfaces. That'll clear out of here by early Friday morning, so we may have a few slick spots on your Friday morning commute, so just use some extra caution as you head out the door. And then we're tracking out a bitter cold weekend here. We've got another front moving in for Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Along with that front, we do have the chance for some more light snow showers to move in, similar to what we see tomorrow, already looking like a coating, maybe up to an inch in some spots, so fairly light stuff. But the bigger story is going to be the big drop in temperatures. We'll top out only in the lower 30s Saturday afternoon, but down into the single digits for those overnight lows. And with the wind speeds waking up early Sunday morning, it will likely feel like we're around 0 or even below 0 in many locations. And then through the day on Sunday, it'll still feel like the single digits above 0 with those wind chills. So a very, very bitter cold Sunday. And then we start to warm back up on Monday, but still chilly out there, only topping out in the lower 30s. Still pretty breezy as well, but at least we've got the sunshine before more clouds move in for the middle of next week. And it looks like we're tracking out the chance for some showers by the time we get into Wednesday. So that is all I've got here for the forecast. I'm going to hop off the live stream and I'll send you guys over to 14 News at 10 for all the latest news and weather headlines. Until then, everybody, stay safe and have a great rest of your night.